Hey everyone, this was a highly requested video and it is to show you the new updated what is on my iPhone. Welcome to Shelly Saves the Day. On my channel, I do tech explained simply and video editing made easy. I took a poll on my community tab on my YouTube channel and I asked what kind of video you wanted to see next, and I was really surprised both of the top runners had to do with phones. So the first one was what's on your iPhone, and then the other one was how to do mobile video editing, so more of it. So I was like, okay, I've got you guys. We're gonna do both of them. Today is going to be the what's on my iPhone, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Not a lot has changed since my last video. If you haven't seen it, I will link it up in the cards from the last time I did a what's on my iPhone. And let's just jump into what's on my iPhone 10. I do have the 10. And so the very first thing, okay, so if you're looking at it across from categories, I do try and keep the pages as few and minimal as possible. I try not to have pages and pages, you know, where you're looking for things. Sometimes it bites me though, because I'm looking for a specific app and maybe haven't categorized it correctly. So, and I don't know, sometimes when I'm typing things in, the app that I want doesn't come up exactly, so I'm not sure. I'm gonna say operator error though. So the very first category is the travel section. So this is for, you know, like GPS and all of that kind of flights, all of that info is in here. So I do usually take Lyft. The only reason I have Uber installed, honestly, is if Lyft isn't in the area that I'm at least the account is already set up with my credit card and everything. So I have that. I have my Alaska Airlines, and let's see, stuff for, oh, like if I need my insurance information, and then I'm traveling abroad, different apps for that. So the next thing is my calendar. I mean, nothing exciting there. And then the next one is all of my photos. And then I have my camera one. So I like to have it so it's right there in its own. It's a special app if it's got a dedicated separate, you know, and it's not in a folder. So that one I definitely access all the time, have to get to my camera. And then of course my social media like Facebook, Twitter, and then Instagram. And then I also have kind of on that top line there, I have everything that has to do with photography. So that's gonna be from Photoshop and, you know, VSCO. Everyone likes a lot of those filters. I'm not that great with it yet. Snapseed, Lumiere, which is actually a pretty cool app. Lumiere is where you can add different like effects. So if you wanted like the coffee cup with the steam coming up out of it or something like that, you could put that on there. Facetune, you know, because sometimes you gotta brighten your teeth or try and take out a pimple or something like that. In Light, I haven't played with it a lot, but apparently it's the one where you can do a lot with like the layering of different pictures and looking at that. PicMonkey, I heart PicMonkey. I use PicMonkey all the time. HypeType is basically also another one where you have your photo and then it has different ways of adding text that kind of dance around or do different things, or you can add little music. Honestly, I don't use a lot of the stuff on the second page. Photoshop Mix, Photo Blender, Prisma, I don't really use it. PicStitch I don't use as much anymore just because now you have the stuff built into like Instagram for making a photo grid. Boomerang, it's already in Instagram, so that's why it's kind of hanging out here by itself. Layout, again, that's an Instagram one. Fonto is kind of a cool thing, so if you have a photo, you can download your own fonts from the internet and then use your own fonts for there. I don't use it that often, but it's kind of cool. Blur Photo, honestly, if it's only something like if I took a picture of my car and I wanted to blur out the license plate, something like that, it's in there. Gosh, I should really clean this stuff out because I never use stuff that's on this page. So text on photo, yeah, I don't use it. Chatbooks, originally I had this idea I was gonna like make a photo album with all my pictures. Haven't done that. Pixie, can't, yeah, all of these I don't use them. The Image app and the Camera and Canon Connect. Those are apps to go with your camera so that you can do a wireless connection and then send the photos from your camera to your phone. So sometimes that is helpful. Canva, for a lot of the pre-made templates and stuff, at least it's already got the stuff in there in size. And GIF Maker, I don't want to get into a whole GIF debate about it, okay? Let's just move on. But that is, you could upload like a little bit of a video and it will create a GIF for you. And then there's a stuff with Cricut. This is my new baby. I have just started exploring cutting vinyl with the Cricut. I have the Cricut Explorer Air 2 or something like that. I got it off Amazon. If you guys are interested, you guys should totally check it out. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. I've done all sorts of things, like we put vinyl on like a baby shower present and on like balloons and stuff for a party. It was so much fun. I like it. And then Pixar and Image Play, again, photo apps. I haven't really done a lot with them. Instagram, of course, everything to do with money. So that's my wallet, my banking apps, all of that stuff. Anything to do with music. So Pandora, Spotify, iTunes, all of that stuff. Play music, podcasts. I am really into podcasts. I listen to them in the car a lot. So some of the podcasts that I listen to are, it used to be Beauty and the Vlog. It's now the YouTube Power Hour with Erica Vera. I listen to that. I listen to the TubeBuddy podcast. I listen to the one, Roberto Blake has a podcast now. Tailosive Tech has a podcast. Creator Mindset now with John Prosser. He has a, and then Painfully Honest Tech. I enjoyed his ones that they had like Meet iJustine or something. Like some of those are just really great. SoundCloud, Amazon Music, I don't really use those. And then the Rode mic one, that is for, I have one of the lavaliers. I don't use it very often, but it has its own app. The GarageBand app is on here. And then Guitar Tuner if I wanted to tune my guitar. That's basically all it's good for, but I have it in there. And Smule, which is basically just a karaoke app. It's just for fun. It's just fun sometimes. Okay, so after that we have, oh, okay, this is probably one of my favorite ones. This is video, and this is, so like there was Fonto and then there's Vaunt. So you can also put like, you know, those videos that you see and then they have like words on the top and bottom that you could accomplish with like Vaunt. SquareKit is one where if you had like a larger video and you wanted to kind of squish it down, you could do that with SquareKit. And then clips I don't really use. The RFV though is the rotate video, and I found that helpful a lot of the time when you have a video that's in landscape mode and you need it to be in portrait mode. You just use that app and it will just flip that orientation for you, which is great. iMovie, which I did do a video about 2 weeks ago, I think it is. If you want to see that video, I'll link it up here in the cards. And then there are two other apps that I use that I think I will be making videos on these. So one of them is LumaFusion, which has a few more options than the iMovie one does, and then Pocket Video. So Pocket Video, that's actually going to be my video for the following week, or it came first, whichever one is coming up first here. Cut Story is going to be, so you can take your video and then you can chop it down into the amount of time that you need to post, like on Instagram stories or Snapchat or something like that. So you can just give it one file and say, hey, this is going on Instagram stories, and it will cut like every 15 seconds and take a 1-minute video, you know, and turn it into 5 15-second videos or whatever it is that you need, and then you can upload each of those videos and they will play continuously. So that's how you get around like needing the video that's longer than 15 seconds. So that's a really good one. IMDb, I don't use that very often. Cinema Now, I think they're now defunct, but yeah, I think they still have the app. Vivo, honestly, I never open that. Prime Video, I don't really open it a lot. Vimeo, I don't really open it. Flickster, I think you guys get the idea. Pretty much everything on this page, don't really use it. And then, yeah, honestly, I don't use anything on this one either. Okay, so the next one is social. I've got basically Facebook chat, you know, the Messenger, I've got Slack, of course Pinterest, my Facebook page. They also have, so they have Facebook page and then creator, and I'm trying to figure out like kind of the difference or which one is really better. It's for managing your Facebook, not your personal page, but like any of your brand account, you know, or fan page type business accounts. So I don't know, I haven't played around with either of those enough to really get into it, but IGTV, of course, is in there. Snapchat, which I'm not on a lot, but if I will try and get better. Unum, which is a really great actual app for laying out what your Instagram feed might look like, and it will just kind of, you can put in the pictures and then you can kind of play around and move them so you can see what's in there or what your feed might look like if you were to put in other stuff. Oops. Okay, so the next thing, I have got WordPress. I do have a WordPress site. Honestly, I'll probably switch over to, I think, the Rivet site fully, because WordPress is just a pain sometimes to, you know, with all the updates and stuff. Hashtagger is, I've tried it. I don't know how well it works. You say the popular hashtag you're going after, and it will give you kind of like related ones, and then you can copy and paste them into the description box of your Instagram post, which is awesome. Influencer, that is the place that I go where sometimes, you know, if you fill out the quizzes and you do like the surveys and stuff, you will actually be selected for what they call Vox boxes, and that's how I've gotten some products for my beauty channel to review and test. Duo, the repost app, I don't use that very often. Unfollow, just for basically on Twitter, if it's someone like, I don't know, like it will tell you that someone's following you or not following you, or they don't follow you back or something like that. So you can take a peek at it and see if someone like unfollowed you. But you know, honestly, I haven't opened that in a really long time. There's the Meetup app, of course. Instagram, this is actually kind of helpful. This is the Instagram engagement calculator. It's by Geek Smash. And so a lot of the time, it's not just about having an Instagram following, but it's about having an Instagram following that's actually actively engaged with your post. Because if you have 1 million subscribers on a platform, but only like less than 1% of the people actually ever interact with you, that number isn't very indicative of how much influence you have. So sometimes brands are looking for influencers with a certain percentage of engagement. So all of the smaller creators, if you're really building an audience that is involved and participating in your social media, it could work out to your advantage, because usually the smaller the account that you have, the higher your Instagram engagement is. So all you have to do is put in your username, and this is usually for Instagram is what I'm doing. Okay. Matt here. So it's going to tell you like how many followers you have, what's your average engagement rate, what would be the estimated cost. It's kind of like a social blue book for if brands really wanted to post or pay for posts, how much you might charge them, or how much it costs for each engagement, I guess, per, you know, 1,000 people that you have, or something like that. So brands will be looking for engagement of a certain percent or higher for some people. So that's kind of a cool thing to look at. Tumblr, of course. There's a site called If This Then That. Honestly, I'll say it's a little buggy sometimes, but I'll talk about it. Basically, you can talk about how they have these applets. And so you can have things like, you ever notice that if you had an Instagram photo and you tried to share it to Twitter, it's not the actual photo, it's just the link. You can have it set up where you give the information for Instagram and for Twitter, and you'll have like tweet your Instagrams as native photos in Twitter. So instead of having just the link that goes to Instagram, it will look like the whole photo that's on Twitter, like a native upload. So sometimes this is really good, but sometimes the services get a little buggy and it doesn't work that well. But there's different things like publish your videos automatically to Tumblr, or, you know, automatically upload all of your photos to a certain Facebook album or something like that. So you can go look at the different recipes that they have. Basically, as long as you have your services all set up, then you can kind of pick and choose ones that might actually work for you. So that's If This Then That. So it's basically, it's kind of a, you know, if I post on Instagram, then I want it to go to Twitter is what they're coming up with the name. So the next thing, you know, Skype, Bitmoji, Octoly. Honestly, I don't have enough followers on some of my platforms yet to work with Octoly, but I still have it so that when I do one day, then I can use it. Let's see, we've got Hangouts, TikTok, which used to be Musical.ly, right? I'm hardly ever in there. Actually, I've never even done one. And then Vero, it was gonna be hot for a second, it died down. I don't know, I'm not ever on there. 4 is basically one of the places where you can go kind of create a media kit for yourself, talk to people about what your videos are doing. It kind of breaks down your analytics as opposed to, you know, like how many subscribers on each type of platform and who your average audience is. So that's kind of a cool thing. I have this unfollow app for Instagram because I was trying to go through and find ghost followers and then block them, but I don't think it works very well. I don't necessarily recommend it. Reddit, and, you know, Twitch and Hootsuite. Hootsuite, if you haven't seen it, is basically a scheduling service. So I haven't gotten too big into it yet, but I think you can give it your social media handles. And then, like, if you're a working person like myself, working 9 to 5, but you know that you really wanted to post something at 3 o'clock every day or something like that, you could go into that and set it up for a scheduled post with your, you know, your hashtags and your caption, and then it will auto post for you. So if you're in a meeting, it will still post for you, which is awesome. Okay, so the next one is shopping. I use this one a lot, actually. So I shop at Kohl's and Macy's and Nordstrom, you know, Etsy. If you guys, oh, by the way, you guys remember my friend Jade? She made that art piece for you. Basically, I was gonna show you. She's on Etsy now. She opened up a shop, so if you wanna go see her, it's under Jade U Studio. So if you wanna see like a big resin art piece like she did, or she does alcohol ink stuff. She's got some really cute pieces and even like little keychains and stuff like that. So if you wanted to see her shop, you could go check that out. She's on Etsy now. Sephora, tip for you, if you're not like VIB, Rouge, all that stuff, you can pay for flash shipping from the membership. It's $10 a year, and then you have no order minimum. Like, you know, you're trying to get to that $50 so you get free shipping. You can just pay the $10 and then you get free shipping on any of your orders for a whole year, no matter how much you order. So that's awesome. I love that. Of course, Prime, EBates. You guys, if you're not using EBates shopping online, because I shop online a lot and getting money back, you really should check it out. I mean, it's free. You get money back. In fact, I have a referral code for you. I think where we both get a little bit of money, you get free money for signing up. I will put that up actually in the description box if you want to check that out. Amazon, of course, Yelp, Ticketmaster, Nordstrom Rack. I love a bargain, so all that stuff, Zulily and all that, yeah, I'm gonna find it. Groupon is basically, you know, you guys all know Groupon. You can go find coupons to do activities. Retail Me Not is a great site. You can actually just enter in, so I'll show you. One of the places that I like to shop is Kohl's. Sometimes they'll do those things where you get coupon codes for savings. So you can actually just type in the location that you want to go shopping at. See? And then it will bring up all the coupons for that particular place. So if you want to look at the one that's, you know, 20% off or anything like that, you can do that, press the link and get the coupon code, which is awesome. Zulily, Express, I love Express. Let's see here, Ulta, of course. Tradesy, which is basically a place where, kind of like Poshmark, and so that's always fun. Rent the Runway, if you guys haven't seen that yet, it's basically Netflix, but for like dresses. So sometimes I will do that for like a fancy event, and I don't want to drop a couple $100s on a dress. I'll just use Rent the Runway and rent the dress and then send it back, which is great. And let's see here, so we got Poshmark. I should really delete the GoDaddy one because they don't have an app anymore. And the reason it's on there is because I bought my domain originally through GoDaddy. So UPS, of course, Shopkick, I never use that, 5 stars. That's a rewards program for some places. I don't use that either. Joann's, for all of you crafty people out there, that app it's still worth downloading because there's always a section for coupons, and you'll always be able to find a coupon for, you know, like a 40% off a regular priced item, at least one item or something like that. So that's always a really good thing. Yeah, ThreadUp, Vipon, Redfin, of course. These are not, you guys all know these apps. So the Apple Store, and again, Dote, Hush, all that stuff, it's on here. And then again, I've got 2 separate apps for YouTube. The first is YouTube Actual by itself, the app. I love that one. I do have YouTube Premium. I do like to download videos. I will usually watch them, or at least listen to them, like on the plane, on car rides. I listen to them all of the time. And the bad thing is, though, I feel bad because sometimes when I download them, I'm not able to always leave a comment, but I end up watching a ton of videos and then I can't go back and comment, but unless I go back later. But I watch a ton of YouTube, actually. Either, you know, they have new numbers that tell you how much time you spent on YouTube. I spend a lot of time on YouTube. I spend more than cable TV because we don't even have it anymore, Netflix and anything like that. Some people Netflix binge, I YouTube binge. Okay, the YouTube Studio, that makes it so that you can, you know, edit your videos, like your description box or your thumbnail if you needed to, or respond to comments, stuff like that. I really enjoy the YouTube Studio app. And then I've got kind of everything else that relates to YouTube. So that's the YouTube count. That will show you, I'll show you right in here. I have a whole bunch of different channels that I'm like either involved in or like I'm keeping close tabs on. So I want to know, like, how's Kimberly doing? How's her vlog channel doing? How's, you know, like my friend Zach, how's he doing? How's, you know, I like to see all that stuff. So it's here, and it is the live subscriber counter, which is awesome. If you guys want to see something, okay, I'm just going to show you real quick. I don't like to complain about it. I know that I had made a comment about it before, but you guys remember when I said that like giveaway chasers are so real and what happens after you do a giveaway and winner? I'm going to show you this. I know I shouldn't, but I just want to show you this. Every single day since we announced the winner has been negative subscribers. I'm not kidding. It's probably been like almost 2,000 people that have left, but that's okay. The ones that are here, I still love you all. So there's that. Oops. Okay, we have Social Blade in here, of course, the live counter, YouTube, a Facebook group that I'm in, TubeBuddy, of course, I love TubeBuddy, the Amazon page, Trello, you guys, I do recommend Trello. Trello is a great way to keep up to date and organized. So here is some boards that I've created, you know, and it has like tech videos or beauty videos I'm going to make, and it has videos that are in progress or completed videos and completed tech in each type of category or beauty. And it's just kind of an easy way to be organized. So also if you're feeling uninspired and you need to go to a list of videos of ideas that you wanted to film, you already have a list, which is awesome. Basically, YouNow, I like to do musical live streams over on YouNow. Don't know if you know that, but sometimes I will play guitar just to relax and have fun. And so I'll stream it through YouNow, and it will do it to my music YouTube channel. So that's just kind of a fun thing. My info for AdSense, basically, let's see here, some Facebook groups, and then the 2 apps for the Shure Audio that I did a video on. If you haven't seen that yet, you should check it out. It's up in the cards. I checked out the MV88, which is the small little microphone that has a lightning port, and the people at Shure were so nice. They actually sent me another microphone, so I'm going to be doing a video on this one. I've been playing around with it. You can see my cables are still on it because I got my headphones, and this goes into the phone, and I think it just looks so retro and cool. And so I have a video on that coming out, so you can see that. Let's see, what else is on here? So I have the health apps, and so it has like my FitnessPal and ClassPass and all of that kind of stuff. Honestly, maybe starting the new year I'll get into this folder more, right? I don't know. I'm not in there a lot right now. Of course, I find it ironic that it's right next to the food app. So, of course, always number 1, Starbucks app, so I can pay and reload and all that stuff, and then Bite Squad. I love Bite Squad. I get food delivery a lot. In fact, they have a membership where instead of paying for the small delivery amount of like fees, you can pay like a flat monthly fee and it will just give you free delivery, which is great if you order a lot from there. And then Home Chef, I have to say, I really like Home Chef, and I have an entire binder about the recipes and stuff that they send you, and they're all like, you know, good for 30 minutes or less or something like that, and the food's actually really good. You can go in and say like you want to skip a week, like I'm gonna be on vacation, so like I've skipped some time, but like you can choose from an entire menu of cool stuff. I actually really like it. I think the food is really good, and it's pretty reasonably priced because you don't have to go out and get all the ingredients. All the things are portioned out for you, so it's about $10 a serving. But it's great, and they send it to you on a day that you want. It's all packed nicely. In fact, I have a coupon code for that. If you guys want to get like $30 off your first order, you can totally do that. I will put that down in the description bar if you guys want. Then games. The only game, honestly, I don't really go in there. The only game that I really play, and that's why it gets to be out here by itself, is Two Dots. I'm obsessed with Two Dots, and I think I always will be. My husband has always like, they release new levels every so while, and like he will always beat them, and I'm still behind. So I'm on level 1109, and they have like these limited edition maps and stuff that they'll put out, and you can try and get like little medallions and stuff. So like these are the different postcards once you reach like certain levels, milestones that you get. And they have these like these are all these side maps that you do. I'm nerding out right here, and this is like aging me, but like I just think it's cool. I have a lot. And then they have badges. Oh, it's because I disconnected my Facebook to it, but it tells you when you compete against your friends, like how many like best scores and stuff you have. So if you get really competitive, you can be like, you took my gold medal, and you go back and play that level so you can reclaim it. And then, okay, where are we? We're almost done. Okay, so storage. So this is everything that has to do with like cloud and all that. So that could be my OneDrive, Google Drive, Google Photos, Flickr, Dropbox, all of that stuff is in here, my cloud files. The next stuff is work stuff, and that's really boring, so I'm not gonna go into that. The next is extras, you know, all the stuff that you kind of want to hide, but you can't, so, you know, it's just extra. So, except I do use my clock. I use that a lot. I don't use the Apple Calendar because I use the Google one a lot. Sometimes I use voice memos. This stuff, I mean, it's just not stuff that I use all the time. And calculator, you think, oh yeah, you use that a lot, but I have it as a shortcut when I swipe down, so it doesn't really, I don't really need it. And then the last thing is my settings, so that you just have quick access to it and you don't have to go into a folder to find it. And then along the bottom I have my phone, my text messaging, my email, and the web browser. So that's it. That is everything. You'll see there's nothing. I have no second page. That is everything that's on there. Every time I do this video, and I think if you go back and watch the last one, most of these apps are still like a lot of the same apps, and I said the same thing, like, I don't really use these apps. I should clean these up. I should really take them off. I should listen to my own advice and actually do that. But I did do one thing from the last video. I said like my Alaska one was hanging out in the wrong category, so I did move it into the travel one, but other than that, no, I haven't done what I'm supposed to do. So this time I will take it as an action item. I will actually clean up the categories and delete the stuff that I never use. But you know, I guess I'm just one of those, like, I'd rather have it and not need it than not have it and need it. Does that make sense? Are you like that too? So are there any apps though that you think that I am missing from my phone that are absolute must-haves, or what is your favorite app? Answer down below in the comments and we can talk about it. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel. I will see you guys in a video very soon. Bye!